I make a lot of mistakes, but I made even more when I was younger. I remember back when I was struggling with video games and those sort of bad habits, I would try to abstain, I'd try to get away from it, and I'd just, after maybe a few days, go back to it, make the exact same mistake that I was trying to avoid. And then my response, the way I would tackle it and try to fix that problem, would be to tell myself, hey, I'm not going to do this again. That was so bad. I'm never doing it again. I'd feel angry, ashamed of myself, and I'd swear an oath that it will never happen again, and I've learned from my mistake. And then I would make the same sort of mistake a couple of days later, and then the cycle would continue over and over and over again. And honestly, I felt a little bit hopeless after a while, thinking how do I actually solve my mistakes? How do I learn from my mistakes? And the thing I'm going to talk about in this video is something that I've learned recently, right? But it's been very invaluable, very helpful. It's been something that's very simple for me to just actively do each and every single day, like 15 minutes before bedtime. And that thing is just journaling. Journaling for reflection at the end of your day to just ask yourself a few questions about how it went, whether or not you accomplished what you wanted to in the day, or what you need to take in for tomorrow, and just figuring out where you messed up, where you did well in the day, giving yourself a pat on the back, and also telling yourself, hey, I didn't do that good in this area. And consistently doing that and learning from that is what I want to talk about in this video. So, doing this is pretty simple. I ask myself 4 questions before going to bed, which are, did the day go according to plan? That's the first one. Second one is, what needs to be carried over to tomorrow, right? So what did you do today that worked and you can take over to tomorrow? And then what needs to be added? So what didn't you have in this current day? What needs to be added or rectified for tomorrow? The last one is, what's no longer important and can be crossed out? And these 4 questions, they seem very simple. If you're looking at this and thinking, wow, that's so simple, no way that actually works. I understand where you're coming from. It does seem pretty simple. Why should these 4 magical questions just help you change your life? And I think this helps because it is simple. It doesn't take a lot of time to do. You can do this 15 minutes before bed and have it done in 5 to 10 minutes flat. It keeps you accountable, and it's just you conversing with your own thoughts. So you are the one recognizing where your problems are popping up, as well as you are the one who's having a dialogue with yourself to figure out, how can I solve these problems and what else needs to be added? What else needs to be done to make my next day better? And when it's just a heart to heart with yourself, yeah, the accountability can sting. That's definitely true. But it's not like somebody's yelling at you or screaming at you. The point here is to leverage accountability for the actions that you have taken, the mistakes that you have made, finding out ways to solve the problems you have out in front of you. So that when you deal with the problem of, say, reducing your screen time, when you solve that problem, you can move on to bigger and better things, right? And once again, it's not about proving your worth or your value. It's about acknowledging your mistakes, coming to terms with them, and figuring out a way to not make them again. I find the value in this comes from doing it daily. When I do it daily, I notice patterns that I may have not noticed before. It puts me in a mindset to solve my problems, not to leave them hanging about when I'm trying to go to bed. And when I have a plan put in place, I know I can test it and see if it works. And if it doesn't, I know I'm one step closer to solving my problems and to work on becoming better. And beyond that, this tool is not a way to suddenly make all your problems go away or to make no more mistakes and live a perfect, magical life. At the end of the day, it's just a tool to work on learning from your mistakes, to not make your mistakes again, and to find a better way forwards. It's not to make you perfect, because that's not possible, but just to learn from your mistakes and become a better person for it. So, thank you for watching. I hope you found this video useful, and yeah, have a good one. Peace.